Hello, viewers out there. You're welcome once again to another exciting episode of Sports Orbit. My name is Afacho Salifu Usman. It's right here with me in the studio. Salifu, welcome to Sports Orbit once again.
Thank you so much.
All right, on today's episode, as usual, we'll begin straight from the home front and this time from the NPFL. Of course, some matches went down in the NPFL yesterday, and for Abia Warriors, they continued. They stopped left off from their first match as they overcame newly promoted Bayelsa United of Yenagoa. In their first match of the NPFL, they defeated Rangers International in that first match, and for their second game also, they also recorded another victory to some other matches which were played, like of Lobby Stars, Ayimba of Aba, who began the season with an away win against National United, could not consolidate on his stuff as Aqua United battled to a scoreless draw in Aba. For Lobby Stars, they made up for the defeat to Rivers United in Port Harcourt on match day one with a slim victory over Rangers, who have now lost two straight matches so far this season. Not looking good for Rangers as it stands, while Dakada of U started the new season with a 1-1 draw away to Bayelsa United, defeated Wiki Tourist of Bauchi 2-1. So interesting results coming from match week 2 of the NPFL. And this season, well, maybe like the IMC chairman and NFL president had said, we are seeing a couple of away victories and away draws so far, and this is just match week 2 in the NPFL.
Yeah. Quite interesting one. That is the way to go. And it clearly shows that I don't want to begin to sound scoffy. That's what
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
it's still early days. It's still early days. It could be a fluke. So let's just keep and watch and hope that. But just like you see yesterday, there's no big deal about the team going to play well.
Exactly.
There's no big deal about it. It's a normal football 11 versus 11. Your home ground, the pitch don't play for you. If you have the pitch, if you don't play, you don't play.
Exactly.
So it's just, but you are saying in this side of the world, we are used to it. That once you are playing at home,
you must win.
It has been the tradition over the years. That once you are playing at home, you are sure of the 3 points because not that you win it clearly because of some subtlety that you went behind. And when people are beginning to say another different people now say, well, maybe it's a new change, and let's hope the change we are all yearning for. All we just want to win, want to see is to see a true Nigerian champion who labor hard to win the title, not a champion,
a boardroom champion.
A boardroom champion. Thank you for that word. And at the end of the day, we want the champion that Nigerian league will produce that went across the continent and begin to raise his shoulder among his counterpart from other countries within the African continent. We can't have a Nigerian club going for a continental championship and within the first elimination round of it, all of them are out.
Yeah.
And it doesn't all go, and the problem can always be traced back to what we did at home here. But if based on what we are seeing now, for instance, like Abia Warriors, it's to me their earliest is to me is a surprise one for me. Went away to beat the Rangers in Rangers. The opening game was a shock one, and now they are able to pull it up again with another 2-0 to
Bayelsa United.
And for Bayelsa United, to me, this is not a quite a very disappointing start to their coming to the season. They just come back into the league, and now their first leg match they draw 1-1 with Dakar FC, and the second match again. So that means for 2 matches they are yet to record a win.
Exactly. Same for Rangers, who have lost two matches, lost away and lost at home.
That is quite disappointing for Rangers. It's like Abdul Mekaba. It's like the more he stays, the more he begins to get dissatisfied with the job. And maybe I don't think the like Davis who led the Rangers management will allow these two to happen if it's clear that he couldn't hold on. Then they have to suffer another replacement. Well, I'm not praying for that. I'm not arguing that, but he need to sit up because at the start of the league, Rangers is one of the biggest teams in the league, and to play too much, losing. And if you look at who are you even losing to, it's another different team. So for me, it's a quite interesting one, and we hope that what we are seeing now will last long.
For this season, because it's an abridged season, one major worry I have is maybe players. I don't know if players will experience burnout because they'll be playing weekends and weekdays continuously. Remember, they played during the week. Matches went down yesterday, and this weekend again. So it will be like that continuously, and you know how travel around Nigeria can be. So I feel at a point, and not really a good one, but that situation we found ourselves at some point. Players might begin to experience fatigue because travel. Imagine going to play for in somewhere like maybe Maiduguri. Maybe you're leaving from Akwa Ibom, going to play in Maiduguri on a Saturday, and on Wednesday you have to travel back to go back home to meet up with your game on Wednesday. Then maybe next weekend you'll be traveling maybe to somewhere like maybe Jos or maybe the southwest. So I think it is eventually might take its toll on some of these players.
Yeah, it will. It will. For instance, definitely. For instance, if you are traveling, let us zoom in. Let us do it. For instance, Abia Warrior, for instance, if
Yeah.
Abia Warrior, for instance, need to go and play in Meduguri,
Mm.
it will take them 2 days.
Yeah.
They can move from our Umaya
Yeah.
and get to Meduguri one day.
Think they know at
They
all.
say within the 24 hours.
Mm.
It will take. They have to spend 2 days on the road.
Mm.
And just like you say, if you spend 2 days on the road to get to the match venue, and spend another 2 days to return,
Yeah.
and then you still have another match. to
Another
come and
match.
return.
Yeah.
So it is a workload, and that is why it's always pretty difficult to see Nigerian players who have tested game outside this country to come back home and
I
still
want to play,
still want to play.
Mm.
If you call Ahmed Musa when Ahmed Musa was become problems and he has to come back home to play with
He
Kano
played
player,
only the
they
home
give excuse
matches.
that I can only play home matches, but I can't travel. I can't travel around, and it's always difficult. And at the same time, even a country where even the transport system is very very
That's
faulty.
even the main challenge.
The road is nothing to write home about. There's
Yeah.
nothing to say about. Sometimes where a distance where you need to cover within 30 seconds,
Yeah.
you take you for 2 hours to cover due to bad nations of the
Exactly.
road. And I think, and most of the clubs in the EPFL are not rich enough to afford a charter
It's
flight.
chartered flight, very exactly.
And not rich enough to afford a charter flight. So it's costly to run. It's very costly to run the football in this country. But we hope that one day we'll get there and
Situation
then
will improve,
we'll get better. And one thing is that, just like you see, this is an abridged league.
Yeah.
I think the IMC should need to consider to put all this into consideration
Exactly.
instead of to overload the players. They should allow them to play every weekend, so
Every
that
weekend,
to
yeah.
allow them is space
Enough
and to
time,
relax.
yeah.
Because now within the league started last weekend. And within the 1 week, they are going to play 3 matches within the
Exactly.
weekend, and
Yeah.
not and the distance is nothing to write, and the distance and
well.
the nature of transport is nothing to write home about.
Yeah. All right, to the Flying Eagles now, where friendly matches have been arranged for the Flying Eagles as they prepare for the AFCON under 20 Cup of AFCON under 20 year in Egypt. This time around, they will be taking on Zambia's under 20. The first match will come up tomorrow, while the second leg will be on. It will be on Friday, January 27th, not tomorrow, next week, while the other one will come up on Monday, 30th of January, respectively. So, good one for the Flying Eagles. At least they'll have the opportunity to test a fellow African side on ahead of the AFCON under 20.
Yeah, I think I need to commend the Nigerian Football Federations for this initiative. It's a good test for the Fly Eagles. Unlike the one that just playing Abuja,
Playing some academies,
Abuja FC,
because yesterday they even trashed one team, I think 5-0 or something.
Abuja FC, and tomorrow you hear they say they play Alpha United, or tomorrow they say they play Salifu Academy. So I think to me, I commend the Nigerian Football Federations to arrange this grade A. To me, I target grade A.
Very well, because it's against the Zambia under 20.
And the fact that they are coming Abuja here to play that match in the two-legged affair, it's a good one. I hope that Amboso and his boys will be able to use this good opportunity to give the boy a true test and what they need to do, and then justify why and not to waste this opportunity. That's what I want to say. It's a good one.
Yeah. All right. To some athletics now, where the Athletics Federation of Nigeria has said henceforth every organizer, because in recent times different road race organizers are coming into the country organizing all kinds of races, but those things are beginning to become an issue. Well, for AFN says, one of the conditions to organize any road race you must register with, at the AFN, because they said, a lot of issues have come up out of these road races, complaints over non-payment of prize monies and uncertified measurement of race courses. The AFN, in a letter from the World Athletics, warning that Federation will be held responsible for non-payment of prize money. Said this is unacceptable going forward, and to ensure our athletes get rewarded for participating in any road race. All road race organizers must annually register with the AFN and be issued with licenses certifying them as such, said Gadzama. The AFN added that registration as a road race runner is just the first step towards getting the race sanctioned. Other conditions to be met will be attached to the licenses that will be issued upon further, registration, said further. For me, I think this is a good one because in recent times we've had these issues over again. One organizer arranges one road race. At the end of the day, you'll begin to hear issue of, yes, I won this race, but my prize money was never given to me, and all of those things. So for the AFN to now say, look, I think this is something that they should have done a long time ago, but like they say, better late than never, because it's like just, I don't think in other country you can just wake up and maybe you're going to South Africa or Morocco to go and organize one race for athletes without the the governing body in charge of athletics not knowing.
Thank you. Thank God you used from the word, like your last words, that the ought to have started this thing for a very long time. And sometimes in Nigerian sports, the more you try to look, the less you understand the whole issue about it, and it's part of the systemic failures of the country. And if not, you don't need someone to tell you that your father to tell you that your father frontage is push.
Oh, of course.
You must be a mad person if somebody who have to come from outside to tell that your father frontage is push and you need to clear it.
Yeah.
If not for a World Athletic body, it means the AFN would have still remained comfortable in their comfortable positions where they are. And let me also shock you. The fact there's no any road race or whatever race that is being organized in this country that you not see, no matter how AFN officials are the venue.
Yeah.
So if EFN is not aware, how do the EFN officials
exactly.
And the EFN officials who came there? That means there's something present in the body.
Very well.
So I think until we begin to do things right
properly,
we'll continue to get fake results and we will not get it right. And most of those things are happening basically because the one that is locally organized for the local athlete. Because there's no anyone, I've not heard anyone where a Kenyan or international athlete come immediately, instantly, you see them, then the prize money. Then the prize money and giving their cash and then they come here to take our dollars and their money away. But when it is Nigerians, feels feel or hard. A good example like the couple, the runners couple from just the Palms and our beautiful wife has complained several how we several raise their own and the prize. Thanks to the World Athletic for sending down the one event. Not that they have sent down the one event, wanted to hold them responsible. Nothing would have done. So I think the likes of Okuwa and Gazama, being the athlete, the former athlete, the one recognized athlete who was there before, should all know what is stake for somebody to run and refuse to pay him or her prize money. So we thank the World Athletic for waking them off from there.
Yeah. All right. Go now on the break. When we come back, Sport Update continues. Don't go nowhere.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
All right, welcome back from that breakdown to some not so good news for Taiwo Awoni. He sustained an injury in Nottingham Forest 1-0 win over Southampton, where he scored in the encounter and was substituted 20 minutes from time when he said he felt some soreness. The next 2 months as a result of that injury, really sad one for him. That means as it stands, AFCON qualifiers resume, I think, in March. So as it stands, he might not, except he recovers sometime, he might not be available for selection when that comes up. And for Awoni, he's someone who is beginning to get his stride, find his form, begin to get some very important goals for Nottingham Forest in the EPL.
Yeah, I find it's quite disappointing for Awoni. My heart goes out to the team, and we hope and pray that we can only pray for him to recover fully and put him back to what he knows how to do best.
Yeah.
It's so unfortunate, just like you say, at the time you begin to take form and the time you begin to show the class of player and the time you begin to deliver the message, and the time you begin to justify why Nottingham Forest has to go for him and not head this injury come and things. It will not be well with them that because this we pray that he will get but now the most disappointing now because of this now he's going for 2-1 and the other one has begin to shoot for another striker and for now striker that was going to be carried to not pray that he will come back and begin to come back and get opportunities to play in these positions. That's what we can wish him best.
Yeah. To some other Nigerian player that's talking about Victor Osimhen, where Napoli, of course, increased his transfer fee now to the Nigerian naira. That's about 74 billion naira. Recall that the likes of United, Newcastle, and Arsenal are reportedly to be interested in signing the player in the summer. And for Napoli, considering Osimhen is their price striker, placing a price tag in excess of about 75 million euros on him. And of course, we all knew right from time that for someone like Osimhen leaving Napoli, it's something that will definitely happen very soon, but he will not go for cheap. Very well. To some other news now where Liverpool have moved into third place above United and behind Madrid and Man City as the world's richest club. And it's interesting to know that out of the top 20, richest clubs in the world, 11 of those teams are from the English Premier League. That goes to show that, and that's the reason why you see a player doing well, even coaches. The other time when the likes of Mary Lopetegui now in Spain, who was at Villarreal when was going to Villa, a lot of people were questioning, but Villarreal, I said, look, Villa paid his complete buyer clause for him to sign that deal. So everybody wants to go to Premier League because you don't see very normal clubs because the likes of Everton, Newcastle, Leeds United, can you imagine Leicester are in that list? So it's a very average club, but these clubs are rich who are able to come up with very good money to sign very good players and coaches from all over the world.
Yeah, thank you. If you look at that list, the interesting about this is not about Liverpool.
Yeah.
Interesting is about the
Very well. Exactly. Yeah. For me, that's
the business of the Premier League. The Premier League, when people are talking about the Premier League,
is the best football league in the world. And Premier League is the only football league in the world that is being watched across the world. There's no any continent in the world today you go that they don't hook up with the Premier League. You can't see of that of Spanish league. You can't see of that of the French league. You can't see of that of the Italian league. How many in Africa, in Nigeria, for instance, how many people watch the Spanish league except for special matches?
Special playing.
Except for special matches. So and you can see you that your line is out of the 20 clubs in the world, top richest in the world. We have in the top 10, we have 5 English clubs. In the top 10, in the top 10, 5 English clubs, and in the top 20, 11 English clubs. And in the top 20, we only have only 2 German clubs, which is Bayern Munich and Dortmund. And if you go to Spain, only 3 Spanish clubs. That is Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Atletico Madrid. If you go to Italy, it's only Inter, Juventus, and Milan. And if you come to first, you got only PSG. So, and just like we say, when you see club players always want to move to the Premier League, and the coach always want to move. It's only it's only in the Premier League that say, okay, for instance, and Carlo Ancelotti was recruited by Everton. One would imagine how will Ancelotti send for Everton?
Exactly.
Is because of the financial that is going involved. That's why you see top club, you know that problem is still meeting them only down to the level of the and imagine it not like you live United be in the top 20. All these things is because of the revenue, the broadcasting revenue, and the business vision and the vibrant nature of the Premier League. I hope one day Nigeria Premier League will get the Premier League.
We hope so. We got on the administrative side, they need to put their house in order.
Yes, I think everyone have their own problem. The Premier League have their own problem. I strongly believe that the new management of the Nigeria Football Federation, led by them, and I am on and Sunday that one done a lot of football. We're about to leave. We decide with the you should be surprised with the new sport policy bill being midwife by Sunday that will be best to see Nigeria football in the top nation of the Premier League.
Well, we hope so. I'll quickly to some Australian Open where British number 1 has also been knocked out as she was defeated by American Coco Gauff in the second round of the Australian Open. She was 2 sets, 6-3, 7-6 to exit the competition. So for Raducanu, number 1 player in Britain, since she won that Grand Slam last year, she hasn't really been consistent.
Yeah, this was loud and you see some players of upset.
Exactly.
The cups of upset. Yesterday, what we were doing down. Although we only were admitted to the injury, and even early this morning, we have a strong supply. Although it was scared that we have one injury, but he was lucky to survive that escape from the young man and advance to the next round of the competition. At the same time, I'm not Nigerian. What the fuck I'm saying? And before we get to this, the Nigerian born America. American player born in Nigeria. One Mike Stone, one over 30 Jelly. We moved to the red round, so we are beginning to see some couple of offsets. So some of us have begun to give the title to Joko in the absence of Nana. But don't be surprised.
Medvedev is still there.
Don't be surprised. Second something can happen. Because that has to survive to for instance. I mean, so definitely it just gives us what to prove that Joko will be like equal that ground to ground strike title, but something else big on what is happening now. We are going to see some stuff. We are being something can possibly, but we are not wishing that Joko will be bad or something can be possible. I want to see a new champion, a new guy who will begin to record him, make his own kind of brass now.
Very quickly to some EPL games before we leave the story. Of course, saw that match yesterday, Crystal Palace United, just when United was just minutes to run away with a famous victory before a stunning free kick from Olise actually leveled the score 1-1 in that one. And Tuesday, there will be also another match. Man City, who, were not, in fact, the two losers in the derby last season, will be up against each other this time around. And ahead of that match, Conte has been speaking a lot to the press, saying, a lot is going on in the club that he doesn't really understand. And I think he's really beginning to feel the pressure. Don't forget that I think Tottenham is problematic because don't forget that he said he was going to came there and couldn't, for the first time in his career, couldn't achieve anything and left. And now Conte is beginning to feel the pressure. So for Tottenham, I mean, I can't remember the last time they smelled the trophy, and in spite of, I don't really know what the issues with Tottenham are.
Yeah, well, just like Conte left Liverpool as a bad.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
It's like in how the policy after the output on the fish. And apart from the coach, Pep Guardiola has also tagged the match as a must win.
Yeah, very well.
The match is must win for him that he can't afford to drop any point.
Exactly.
Because anything dropping around any point anymore, that will be fascinating to widen the gap.
And if United had won that match, United would have been.
Yes.
So Guardiola knows that he really needs to sit up.
He needs to sit up. It was quite disappointing for the hang and it was yesterday. Quite disappointing. When they thought that they have pocketed it,
Exactly.
something just happened.
Fantastic free kick.
I think the Casemiro yellow card caused that match. Casemiro was the injury of the mind. And I think that's not as well. Since Casemiro is not coming to the club, that's an advantage for us. So that's how you go to play out on Sunday.
All right. The Man City match comes up later at 9 p.m. Nigerian time, and we'll keep an eye on that one. Tomorrow we'll give you a review of the results and other stories all over the world. Well, that's where we call it a day on today's episode of the program. But tomorrow we'll be back with another exciting episode. Thank you for being in the studio.
Thank you for the
All right. Until come your way, my name is Abia Warrior. You stay safe out there, and it's bye-bye for now.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word. Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.